Jake and Maisie, and we're about to make cat toys full of catnip.
So what we're going to make today is cat toys. And we have our different supplies in front of us that we need. We have a few different colors of yarn, or you can use this like baker's twine. We have different fabrics that the kids have chosen, and I drew some outlines of fish onto cardstock, and they're going to use that to trace their toys. Okay, we have scissors, a pen that actually it's it's invisible ink. It disappears after you iron it. You don't have to use this. You can just use a regular old pen to trace if you want. And then we also have catnip to fill the toys with. Okay, so first we are going to trace the shapes onto the fabric. Are you ready to get started?
This does not look
like
catnip.
Okay, you ready to get started, Maisie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, now when you go to trace the shape onto the fabric, you want to make sure that the fabric is folded over. So you're going to trace the fish onto 2 layers, okay? So make sure you have enough fabric because it's both sides of the fish, right? Okay, now hold it down. Here, I'll hold it for you, and just trace around the fishy. After you outline your fish, you're going to stitch it either with your sewing machine or you can hand stitch it too. If you're doing it with your sewing machine, just do a regular stitch. You're going to stitch all the way around the fish. Start at one side of the tail and end at the other side of the tail, and then leave this part of the tail open so that you can fill the fish with catnip at the end. Okay? Now with some parent supervision, I found that my kids are able to do this too. My kids are ages 5.5 and 8, and they are able to use the sewing machine without a problem. Now you have a fish and it's been sewed around the outline, okay, and you can see that we just left the tail open, okay, because that's where we're going to put the catnip. Okay, now you're going to cut the fish out, okay, but it's important not to cut right on the sewing stitch, because what happens if you cut on the sewing stitch?
It unstitches.
It unstitches, right? Okay, so
where do I...
You're going to cut a little bit outside the sewing stitch, like maybe like this much, just outside the sewing stitch.
Okay.
Okay?
Jake, did you hear that?
Like a little fishing rod with fishies on the end.
You're fishing for a cat.